Hi, I'm Heidi, and I'm at the Literary Duck, the University of Oregon Duck Store, and I'm reading a passage from Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. Tea Cake and Janie were some distance from the house before they struck serious water. Then they had to swim a distance, and Janie could not hold up more than a few strokes at a time. So Tea Cake bore her up until finally they hit a ridge that led on towards the fill. It seemed to him the wind was weakening a little, so he kept looking for a place to rest and catch his breath. His wind was gone. Janie was tired and limping, but she had not had to do that hard swimming in the turbulent waters, so Tea Cake was much worse off. But they couldn't stop. Gaining the fill was something, but it was no guarantee. The lake was coming. They had to reach the 6-mile bridge. It was high and safe, perhaps. Everybody was walking the fill, hurrying, dragging, falling, crying, calling out names hopefully and hopelessly. Wind and rain beating on old folks and beating on babies. Tea Cake stumbled once or twice in his weariness, and Janie held him up. So they reached the bridge at 6-Mile Bend and thought to rest. But it was crowded. White people had preempted that point of elevation, and there was no more room. They could climb up one of its high sides and down the other, that was all. Miles further on, still no rest. They passed a dead man in a sitting position on a hummock, entirely surrounded by wild animals and snakes. Common danger made common friends. Nothing sought a conquest over the other. Another man clung to a cypress tree on a tiny island. A tin roof of a building hung from the branches by electric wires, and the wind swung it back and forth like a mighty axe. The man dared not move a step to his right, lest this crushing blade split him open. He dared not step left, for a large rattlesnake was stretched full length with its head in the wind. There was a strip of water between the island and the fill, and the man clung to the tree and cried for help. "The snake won't bite you," Tea Cake yelled at him. "He's scared to go into a coil. He's scared he'll be blown away. Step around that side and swim off." Soon after that, Tea Cake felt like he couldn't walk anymore, not right away, so he stretched alongside of the road to rest. Janie spread herself between him and the wind, and he closed his eyes and let the tiredness seep out of his limbs. On each side of the fill was a great expanse of water like lakes, water full of things living and dead, things that didn't belong in water. As far as the eye could reach, water and wind playing upon it in fury.